Hello there, this is Dementia Man with just a little video about something I bought. Now it's one of these, you've probably seen them being advertised. It's a Honor Pad, magicpad 2, which has got the OLED screen. I bought this, quite expensive. I could only afford the base model because I'm a pensioner. I actually borrowed the money to pay for it, otherwise the interest was just too much for me at the moment. So I've got this, and I just thought I'd do a video on it. Now I bought this cover separately, just a cheap one, and I also bought an equivalent pen to go with it. Now this is a cheap pen, but it does work. I'm sorry about all the, it's a very sunny day, and I've shielded it the best I can. Anyway, it works. Let's just turn it on and show you that the pen does work. Just going up. So now this particular pad is really good. And you see all these, it does Pluto TV channel 4, Netflix, ITVX, and I just thought I'd show you that these all work perfectly in full HD. The screen is brilliant, the whole thing, you can't fault it whatsoever. The sound is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I've not heard of anything that's better, but there again, I can't afford iMacs and iPads and things like that, but I will show you this. Now if I tap on here, which is the wrong one, I've tapped already. This is Dementia, I'm sorry about that. Go back again. Oh, here it is, files. Now look, you see these, I got these, because it's only got USB-C, I was trying to find ways of putting, this is music, these are films. They're probably copyright, so I can't play any of them. But anyway, what I done was, get rid of that. Now what I done was, to put the films on, I got an SD card and downloaded the films onto the SD card. And then got this USB-C adapter, which has got USB ports on it and everything. And I put the films onto there off of another computer, which you need, unfortunately. Then you just plug it into here, into the end of the Honor Pad, and it recognises this straight away. And you just drag them over and drop them on where you want to put them. And it's very fast. It done 4 gigabyte in under a minute, which, you know, I don't know if it's and that's off of an SD card. Whether it's because they're only small films, or obviously the bigger the film, the more complicated the file. If it's doing full HD, I suspect that the films would take a lot longer to transfer over. But one of the other things is, now this particular pad doesn't have a headphone socket, but it does have Bluetooth, so you can use Bluetooth headphones with it, and it works fine. I've got Bluetooth headphones and it works really good. But I wanted to use my high quality headphones, which are wired, so I got this little thing here. It's an adapter. This is a you can get really cheap ones of these. They work, but they don't sound very nice. This one was middle of the road. It was 30 odd pounds, which I've had quite a while. You just plug it in when you get it the right way, and it recognises it straight away, and just plug your headphones into this, and then it will actually run your wired headphones. This one's also got HDMI on it, but I've not even tried that because the manufacturers say it doesn't work with HDMI. So, which has obviously got to come out the pad. In fact, they must know what they're talking about. Anyway, I thought you can, if you plug the headphones in that one, here is another USB-C. Now, when this is plugged into your Honor pad, you can plug your USB into here, and it will charge through this into the pad. So if you're doing a long session of music or that, you can watch the videos straight off of this, or play music back through this, or you can watch a film on here and get headphones coming off of there. It works really well. Now, this particular make is Elvin, E-V-L-E-V-I-N. It's one I bought a while back, and this one seems to work quite well. I dare say there are hundreds out there that will work in a similar way. Some might even have a headphone socket built into this piece. You may even get small USB-Cs to headphones that can plug in the end, and that. I don't know. I've got this, and that's what I use. I'm going to be paying for this tablet till next March. Back to I borrowed the money off of. Just to mention, the pen, although it does work, it's nothing like the original. It won't never compare to the original. But the original one, the cheapest one I saw on there was 66 quid, and that was might have been a genuine, may not have been, I don't know. But if you want to buy one from Honor, there's £87, 86, £87. It depends on what you're going to use it for. As I say, this one, as you can see, it's working. I've actually got my refresh rate turned down to 90. It was on 144, and I thought, well, I'll try at 90, and I haven't found any difference at all. If you're playing games and anything like that, I don't play games. I watch films and videos. But this tablet is very, very responsive. I mean, even with this cheap pen, you charge it up with a USB-C. It come from Amazon. But I in no way have been doing this review just to... It was purely to show you that you can, how easy it is to put films onto this pad. Now, a lot of you will probably... Oh, sorry, it's the Parkinson's. Sorry. I can't control it today. I'm having trouble. Well, there it is. For all you people suffering with dementia out there, there's one thing I recommend for you to do. Find someone you really, really trust and sign over power of attorney before your dementia gets too bad, because to be honest with you, handling money and everything like that while you've got dementia is not a good idea. I signed mine over to three of my daughters and my other half. They have power of attorney. They also deal with all my paperwork, any form filling in or anything like that. Because the further you get into dementia, the worse it gets. You look at the paperwork, you look at the form, you see it, but you don't. Although you think you understand it, you're reading it and you're understanding it, but not understanding what it actually wants you to do on the paperwork. And half the time, you put the wrong answer. And as you know, with the way the government is performing at the moment, you get your answers wrong, it does complicate everything. So it's just a little bit of advice from another dementia person, is to find that power of attorney, do the paperwork for the power of attorney, then they deal with everything for you. But do find someone that you can trust, because obviously they have access to everything, which is a good thing when you've got dementia. And anyway, that's about it. There's not much else I can say to you. Oh, it's gone off. You have to touch the end twice to turn it on. Yeah, look. This pen was £27, I think it was. Can't remember now. Yeah, 27. The little hub thing, I've had it for a few years now, and I think that was a cheap one. It was only like £12, I think it was. Whether you can still get this one or not, but I know this particular one works perfectly with this pad, and all the films work with VLC and everything. You know, I'm not really allowed to show this, am I? Oh, it says they're not supported. That's because you have to use the VLC with it. Now if you tap into VLC, then you've got all your icons up and then it works. Anyway, that's enough of that because I'm not allowed to show any of that. I can't fault this tablet. I mean, there's nothing else. If you've got the money, which I didn't, I borrowed it. If you've got the money, I highly recommend this tablet. The screen is absolutely perfect. It doesn't hesitate, it doesn't stutter, and even at 90 hertz refresh rate, the screen doesn't seem to lag or anything. As I say, might be different if you're doing gaming. There's nothing else I can say. This is just it's meant to turn the thing on and off when you shut the cover. It does sometimes. So obviously, again, because of the way my money situation is, I bought a cheap one because that's what it is. Until next March, I'll be paying for this, but I'm well pleased with the money I spent. Nothing else to say other than that. All you dementia sufferers out there, keep well and carry on. All you can do is positive attitude. Don't just sit there staring at the walls. Find something to do, even if it's like Sudoku or you know, anything like that. Making model aircraft kits, it's all right. It's all right doing them if you haven't got Parkinson's as well, because you know the Parkinson's for me is more of a problem than anything else. Anyway, I'll speak to you all again soon, and all right, I'll speak to you all again soon. I'm going to stop this now because I'm not going to be able to hang on. There we go. Bye bye now.